Today on Deborah. After the makeover of my home, I wanted to do something for Diva Supreme Sandy Sutton. I wanted to allow her to feel the excitement and joy of receiving. But what do you give someone who has given you so much?
Oh my goodness. This is too much.
No, not really.
Someone who has peeped into your innermost heart, saw your desires, and gave you exceedingly more than you knew was possible.
Everybody loves you.
I have to return the gift. I have to give to her what she has given to me.
You okay?
I have to peep into her innermost heart,
When I look in the mirror,
see her desires,
a really round face, which I've always had. My nose seems to be getting a little bit wider. My eyes used to be so much bigger and brighter.
and give her exceedingly more than she knows is possible. But one thing I've learned, if you're going to give someone a gift, don't give them what you want them to have. Ask them what they want and give it to them. So, what does Sandy want?
To be freshened up.
How about a makeover? I think I can handle that, but I'll have to go home to Little Rock to get a little help from two of the most renowned doctors in their fields. Dr. Jeff Garner, a.k.a. the Smile Doctor, will brighten Sandy's face with a new smile, and cosmetic surgeon Dr. Jim English will take off the years with liposuction and face surgery. I'll be there assisting the doctors all along the way, and there may be a few more surprises. Hey, I'm not a doctor, but I sure do have fun playing one on TV. Watch the process and the reveal when we come back. Designer Sandy Sutton wants a personal makeover, and we're giving it to her. Cosmetic surgeon Dr. Jim English of English Plastic Surgery Center and Surgery Spa in Little Rock, Arkansas, will start the process. So what do you really think about her as a patient? You know, when you look at her face, when you look at her body as a person, what do you think that you can give to her? What will she come out of with? What kind of feeling do you want her to have when it's over?
I want the inside to come outside. She has got such a really good heart, and it shows in her face, and it showed so well on her face for so long that she's got a few lines she doesn't want, and we want to try and erase some of them and make her look and feel as young as she does on the inside.
But before Dr. English starts, he challenges Sandy to change her eating habits and take off a few pounds. She has meals prepared daily by chefs Rich and Tammy Horner, and she follows a strenuous workout routine with personal trainer Robert McGowan.
30 seconds. Good punching. Good punching. Good. Bring it on. 3, 2, 1. Good finish. Good finish. Good finish.
Robert, you can't count.
After Sandy loses the initial weight, Dr. English starts with liposuction to her abdomen, back, and flanks. As an incentive for her hard work, I took Sandy to B. Barnett's to see if Marissa Ensminger could help us add a few smaller items to Sandy's wardrobe. Now, to see one of the nation's leading clinicians, Dr. Jeff Garner, better known as the Smile Doctor. It all starts with consultation with Dr. Garner's patient consultant, Roseanne Boyd.
Tell me about why you were here to begin with.
I've had this smile all my life, and and I'm a big smiler, so it obviously wasn't bothering me all that much. But I kept reading Dr. Garner's column, and I loved the questions, and I loved the way he answered it. And every time I would read it, there was just something about it that would keep drawing me and drawing me. Hi.
Hey, how
are you doing?
Good to see you again.
So good to see you.
Yeah.
I am very excited.
Okay.
Are you excited?
I've got some stuff to show you.
Awesome.
That I think will be even more exciting. I guess the best place to start is with our before.
Yes.
And then we'll have a little sneak preview here of after.
Wow. What a difference. Oh, that.
We're going to go
It's
fresher. We're going to go more youthful. Yeah, we think probably with your complexion, with your blue eyes, with your fair complexion, that we're going to be able to push the shade up a little bit. But we're not going to get you neon white.
Right. Uh-huh.
And even though this is just kind of a computer image, you know, the real thing will be really, it'll pop and it'll look really fresh.
In only 2 visits,
Go ahead and back down for me.
8 days apart, Dr. English promises Sandy exciting results.
I think you're ready to get started.
Awesome.
After the initial exam and prep work, Sandy receives her temporaries. Meanwhile, Dr. Garner's detailed instructions for Sandy's new teeth will head to Green Laboratories, and in 8 days, Sandy will come back for her new permanent teeth.
Go up 10, 3.
Just as Dr. Garner promised, there was no downtime. It's been 8 days now. Sandy continues to work, and I drop in for a surprise visit to see her progress. It was a reunion with the design divas as they took on another home.
She looks different, but I didn't want to. All new. I've got to go see him at 3 o'clock today.
Oh, Sandy, it looks so good.
We'll head over to see Dr. Garner to remove Sandy's temporaries and sculpt her permanent teeth very shortly. But meanwhile, I want to take a look at Sandy's latest project.
I'm just going to stay right here. Look at that. This is just fabulous. Look at that. I want that. I'm just Look at the tub. No, I've got to have this tub in my bedroom.
I want to take a bath.
Why can't I have this in my bedroom? Let's get in. Let's get in. All right. Here's a what? Too much. Should I be jealous? No.
You got beautiful stuff. Your place looked beautiful.
It does.
It did. You're not jealous.
Can I get a big house like this next?
Sure you can. As soon as you make a bunch of money.
Okay.
But I'm not coming to clean it for you.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't this beautiful?
This is just too
Hey,
much.
look at this.
Where's the switch?
Probably step on it.
Okay, enough play. It's time to go see Dr. Garner. I think I'm going to, do a little bit. You need a little bit of touch up.
No, I don't want to do it.
Let me see. Okay.
Get away. I've had enough.
Let me see.
I thought you were going to ask me questions about my new smile. Get out.
Open up. Is this going to do anything to her teeth? Dr. Garner's going to get mad at me.
Kill you. Probably kill us both.
How about we let a real doctor handle it? Temporaries out, permanents in.
We're bonding on the teeth now.
And exactly what is that doing?
This light is causing a polymerization reaction to occur underneath the veneers. And this actually causes the bonded cement to adhere to her teeth.
You did this first before a facelift or really losing a lot of weight. That has to be a lot of vision on your part there to know how my face is going to change or how I'm going to change,
Right.
Because you're not doing the teeth for the way I was.
Right.
but the way I will be too.
Right. So it's sort of like I kind of liken it to, I guess it's sort of like Michelangelo looking at that piece of stone, the marble, and he envisioned what David was going to look like, and then he, little by little, fine-tuned it until he had the masterpiece. And I think that's a lot of what I do, is I look through the person, you know, to see in my mind what the final outcome is going to be long before we get there. We're just going to do some little sculpting and some little contouring of the teeth.
So you can like just chisel away.
Right. These are
Little
very
parts.
these are very fine little contouring discs. They're somewhat like a round emery board, but they're very, very fine, and it allows me to put little angles and little curves on the teeth and shape everything the way I feel that it will make Sandy look the best.
Looking good.
I'll just round that little corner just a little bit more right there. I think this is the part that I enjoy the most of the whole procedure, is when I get to sculpt the teeth the way I want them.
Yeah, this is the art.
This is the artistry involved. You see how they're starting to come in, how they're starting to round in, and angles are starting to get softer and more feminine.
What if you make a mistake?
It's like, what if the barber cut your side, one sideburn too short? Well, luckily that doesn't happen. And I believe that we are there. Sometimes I drive my patients nuts, though, because they come back for their checkup 3 months later or whenever, and I go, oh, let me just perfect that tooth a little bit.
How do you deal with your own perfection? Because you are a perfectionist.
So I
saw you fixing the picture on the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, just, you know, down to the detail.
But you see, that's why I'm here.
Yeah. And I do think it's sort of like, I think I've heard stories of, you know, some of the great artists that painted, and they would keep messing with something, and then finally they just tossed it when they should have left it alone. And I think all artistic people go through that stage, and finally you learn when it's time to say it's done, and you walk away from it. So,
is that hard for you?
So, sometimes. Sometimes it is. And then sometimes I know everything is nailed right, and then I'm finished. So, good. Are you ready to take a look?
Times?
I believe so. You look awesome.
I can't wait.
They're fabulous.
From where you were.
From where I was to here
Yeah.
in such a short time.
Yeah.
Her original teeth are still there.
They're underneath, and she can floss between each individual tooth.
Perfect.
The seams are just, you know, I say that the seams are like Corian countertop. You can't tell when it begins and ends.
Well, you look good, darling.
Thank you, thank you.
He's going to be my dental assistant.
I will.
Well, you're going to love this because we get to stretch your mouth open.
Oh,
Oh, she will love that.
She's been trying really hard.
She's been trying to do anything she
I've been
can.
trying to get my hands on you, Sandy.
Yeah, I know.
Here's how this works.
Okay.
For calling you a whiner.
Okay, lean your head back. And we're going to put one in there,
Okay.
and one in there, and then you're going to get behind her.
Okay.
Like this.
Ah.
Don't pull too hard.
It's
I
not.
don't want that picture. That's torture.
You want me to pull it wider? I
No,
can
that's-
get it wider.
That is perfect. And bite all the way down now. Come all the way into your bite. Super. We got some really great incisal translucency in the glass there.
Perfect. And right on time for Sandy to go back to work.
See the living room.
Liposuction and smile complete. Now it's time for Sandy's facial surgery. The day started at 6 a.m. as I met Sandy in Dr. English's office.
Now look at you. Look at your hair.
Clean, very clean.
Oh,
I'm very
you're
clean.
looking good.
No moisturizer, but I am very clean.
You are looking so
3 times
good.
clean on the hair this morning, scrubbing on the face. Slept good. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Good.
This is the 3rd leg.
It's
Yeah,
almost
we've done the
over.
lipo,
It's
we've done the
almost
teeth.
over.
Yeah. Well, come here while I rinse my
Okay,
face.
yeah.
So when did you get here?
A few moments ago.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so now what all are they doing today?
We're going to do dermabrasion right through here and through here and up in here, get some of these lines. And he was talking about he didn't think he would do a brow lift because he didn't think I need that.
No, you don't.
Yeah. He's just going to do like some line stuff. Then he's going to do my upper and my lower lids. He's going to lipo this and, smooth this up and pull it up and get it up. Then he's going to put just a little bit, because my upper lip is much more narrow.
You want some big lips
I
like
want
these,
you
don't
and
you?
me, Scarlett. Remember when you used to worry that yours were big?
They were too big.
No, we need to put some fat in there.
Not for mine.
And so we're going to put some in mine. And then he's going to give me a little chin implant. And,
Oh, my goodness.
and he's going to do my nose.
What's he gonna do? I mean, he's gonna
Thin it out. And I don't know.
give you a little bit of a point.
I don't know. We need to ask him. We
Okay.
need to ask him what he's going to do to my nose.
You're just gonna be a new person.
A new person. Thank you for wearing a cross today.
Oh yes, I wore that especially. This is my first time wearing it, and I actually bought it, and I said I'm wearing it today.
Awesome.
For Sandy.
And it's beautiful. Thank
Yes,
you.
I am.
Thank
So,
you.
does it really matter to you that she had any of this done?
Not really. She could get old gradually with me.
You guys are ready. You ready to take what do you think that the process of taking care of her after this is going to be? Are you ready to do what's necessary?
Yes, I've done it before.
That's what makes it easy for me to heal, because I know that, I'm in good hands here. And then when I get home, I have that comfort too. And, I guess a lot of people don't have that.
You're right.
Uh-huh. And so, they have to take more care of themselves, but Denny will take great care of me.
Okay, it's time. Our cosmetic goal, take away 20 years in one day. Here's how Dr. English and his surgical team will do it. Sandy is having a facelift, nose surgery, an eye lift, a chemical peel, a chin implant, and liposuction.
This seems like a lot of pain to go through for what you're going to be doing. Do most people feel that it's worth it when it's over? Was the pain worth the process of what it comes out to be?
Everybody the first day will say absolutely not. And we want everybody after 3 months to say absolutely yes.
We're not quite done yet. She's also having dermabrasion, an earlobe reduction, Botox, mole removals, and fat transfers. Wow. All of that and a little prayer. While Sandy recovers, Dr. English has his eyes on me. That's not good.
Is there anything that you want the viewership
What if I
to
fight
know?
this? Because I'm afraid of losing control.
Yeah.
And I'm beginning to feel like I'm losing control.
You want to ask a real personal question?
And this doesn't feel good.
Take it off, Jen. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. That's a good girl. Open your eyes.
I think you've had enough.
Oh man,
You done? Are you happy?
that
now?
was the funniest feeling I have ever felt in my life. I have never felt that before. It was scary.
You did fine.
Oh my goodness.
You did just fine.
I'm embarrassed. Oh my goodness.
Everything went well.
Oh, they're gone.
The other two are gone too.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that was so scary.
Do you feel anything?
I'm back to normal.
There you go. Well, come on, let's go work.
This is hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Well, Danny? She did fine. Everything went well. She's waking up, and she'll be ready to go probably in 30 minutes to an hour. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, my friend. Thank you for the privilege, all right?
You bet.
She did fine. Very good. It's all yours,
Thank
Deborah.
you, thank
Okay.
you. It's over.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's over. It was a sight.
It's just getting started.
Oh, for you.
For me.
But it all went so well. You did so good. I love you. We'll see you in the morning. Have a good night. Be strong. We're praying with you and for you.
Thank you, honey.
Okay. Good morning, precious. How are you this morning?
Good, I'm just so sleepy.
The first thing you said when you came out was, I just want to go to sleep.
Oh, honey, I can't wake up.
So how was your night?
I think I slept through most of it.
Did she sleep through the night?
No, not really.
Oh.
She was up off and on all night.
I guess about 20 hours later, I guess really the only question I have is it still worth it? Has it been worth it so far?
Has not been as bad as I thought it would be.
So it hasn't been as bad as you thought it would be?
No.
Really?
No.
You can't move, so don't worry about talking to us right now. Because you don't need to move your face, I'm sure. Well, you got some big full lips there.
Oh, honey, I bet they will.
Don't. She hasn't opened her eyes, has she?
No. She opened her eyes a little bit this morning, and I told her just don't push it.
Yeah. I can't believe she hasn't been in that much pain.
No.
Well, I guess she's medicated.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. They didn't want her to have any pain. So, as long as you keep it on schedule, it works.
That's good. That's good. So has it been worth it for you so far?
Yeah, sure. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we take the wraps and the braces off and the swelling goes down, she's wanted to do this for a long time. Last night I kept telling her just how beautiful she's going to be when all this is over with.
Oh. It's been 6 days now since Sandy's surgery, and she goes to see Dr. English for a routine visit.
Okay.
And Dr. Kelly's going to take your sutures and staples out today and your splint off your nose
Okay.
and try to get you looking better.
Clean me up a little bit, huh?
Just a little bit. But everything's going well for 6 days. You're swollen. And from your dermabrasion, your chemical peel, everything looks okay. And you'll improve 100% between now and next week as far as the redness and the swelling.
Wow.
Any pain during the procedure or
No.
after the procedure?
Of course, the first day was really, I really don't remember much of that. I remember certain people holding my hand later that day and saying hello. And I remember Dr. Kelly coming the next morning and checking me and removing the bandage. And then it was not anything like I had anticipated, because I was naturally a little apprehensive that there would be a tremendous amount of pain, but pain is not what I would ever, associate with it verbally, because, there were some discomfort times, but they were not anything that I couldn't handle. And the meds were good, and in fact, I didn't even need all of the medications.
Okay. Well, that little ball on the end of your nose is about gone. Once the swelling leaves that, then you'll have a pretty nose.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You're just more than welcome.
Gosh, that was easy. I thought I was expecting something a little different. But I've had splinters that hurt more. The most sensitive was right here, I guess, and right here, and it was like kind of plucking your eyebrows. And this was maybe kind of like a little tug, but gosh, it's nothing to dread. Thanks.
You've seen the process. Watch the reveal.
Come out, Sandy! I got nothing to
Next week, right here on Deborah.
You look like you're a different person.
Previously on Deborah. After the makeover of my home, I wanted to do something for Diva Supreme Sandy Sutton. I wanted to allow her to feel the excitement and joy of receiving. So, what does Sandy want?
To be freshened up.
I think I can handle that. With the help of Dr. Jeff Garner, a.k.a. the Smile Doctor, and cosmetic surgeon Dr. Jim English, we did it. It was a transformation of the spirit, soul, and body. The process took about a year, and now, for the first time, Sandy reveals the results.
Come out, Sandy! Oh my goodness, look at you! Look at you, Sandy!
What do you
look
think?
like you're a different person.
I think I am a different person. What do you think?
Your face, everything. Look at you. You're so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're beautiful.
Oh.
Your hair is even lighter.
Well, actually, I added a little low lights to it, is what it's called.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at your face.
Want to touch?
Oh my goodness. You do. You just want to touch. Look at those cheekbones.
Ooh, I know.
Well, those are yours.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you've
Those are
always
mine.
had high cheekbones.
Right, right. Got those from my mom.
And look at your teeth.
I know.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So how many years do you think you got back?
Well, Denny pulled out a photograph the other day of us at a party, actually a wedding. And it was like 22 years ago, something like that. And I looked just like that.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
Oh my goodness.
It all came back.
Is this what you thought? Is this the way you envisioned yourself?
No, this is much better.
Much better.
Uh-huh.
We got to talk about it.
Yeah, I had no idea it could be this good.
It's great.
Yeah.
The last time I saw Sandy was about 20 hours after her final surgery. Now, months later, it's all over. Recovery complete.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel really, really great.
I said a few moments ago, it's over, but it's really
No.
It's not over.
No, I think it's just beginning.
just beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would go back and do it all over again.
You really would.
Oh, I would. And I think that I would encourage anyone to do it.
Why?
Anytime that you can recoup a lot of your energy and interest in yourself and getting to know yourself, and you do when you're kind of recovering for a while. It's real quiet during that time. You can't really get out and go hustle, bustle and everything, so you have a lot of time to think.
Yeah, so what was that time like? Because especially after your face, there were weeks where you couldn't do anything. They even said, don't talk.
Right.
You know, don't make facial expressions. What was that time like for you? What was going on the inside?
Well, once I started feeling better, I mean, I never had what I would call pain. They give you really great medication, and of course I had the best nurse in the whole world, by
Yes.
Denny. So, I mean, he took such care of me, and so I didn't suffer at all. But when I started getting my energy back and wanting to get around and everything, I just started going stir crazy because I'm used to being gone all day, and it was really hard. Also, because he had done some work on my nose up here, I couldn't wear glasses, and that meant I couldn't even read.
That time of quietness, you know, that's where God really is. So what was it like for you? Was there an experience that made you say, hey, just this moment was worth all of it?
The best thing that came out of this for me, especially the face part, was the quiet healing time. Learning about my body, and it's amazing what your body can do. And learning about myself, because it is, you're alone so much, you know. You can't get out. You really don't want anyone to look at you because you don't feel bad, but you still look pretty rough. And I think that just getting into yourself and studying your faith and how you feel about all the people you love, you know, there's really not too many shows on TV other than Deborah Interviews.
That's right.
That's right. And I couldn't read. I couldn't really work. So I would sit and look out at the lake and think about all those things and the people I love and how blessed I am.
Yeah. And of course, your caretaker, you know, your husband.
Yes.
The one that you love the most.
Yes.
What was it like for him?
Well, at the time, I had no idea, because he was just so tender and so caring and loving. I mean, I had to stay in my recliner for a week or so, and so that I could get up and down easily and be at a good angle. And he would come and kneel beside me and dress me and tell me how pretty I was looking, and then I had to shower 3 or 4 times a day. I mean, he did everything for me. He didn't let me look in the mirror for about 4 or 5 days.
Oh, really?
But after all of that was over with, I asked him, I said, what was the hardest thing for you during all this? And I figured it was like cooking scrambled eggs, you know, because he had a lot of scrambled eggs during that time. Or being, you know, having to stay home a lot and take care of me. But what he said was looking at me and worrying whether I hurt or not. And I didn't hurt. But he was, you know, he just was so worried about me. Every now and then I remember waking up enough to ask Denny, have you eaten? Or are you going to get to sleep? And he would say, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. But I'm sure he sat there terrified watching me all night. He probably never closed his eyes.
Oh, my goodness. So what does that mean for you? Because you've been married now how long?
22. Almost 23 years.
22 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for him to be that rock for you, you know, throughout all of this time. And is this something that he wanted for you?
Yes. Yes, he really did. You know, some husbands, I think, might be a little standoffish or possibly even a little intimidated. I'm not real sure how to say what I see in some of their reactions when it comes to their wife wanting to do something. But Denny has always been such a promoter of me and such a supporter of me. He's always encouraged me in everything. And so this is just one more project for, you know, that he said, you go do it. And it's, you know, I knew how much he loved me, and I knew how much he cared and nurtured me. He's given me my courage and my stamina and my strength, and he's given me my insight into myself. But I had no idea until someone's really, you know, you're kind of at their mercy and they're taking care of you. Because he could have said, oh, shut up, Sandy, I just sat down, you know. There were times he could have said that, but he never. He never.
Yeah, that's so wonderful.
I said he's my before and after love.
Oh, has it gotten better?
Oh, yeah. You know, when someone cares for you so much like that, I thought we couldn't get closer. But you can. So that's something else I've learned in this, that marriage can get closer and closer.
Really?
It doesn't
Even
have to.
After 22
years. You just have to open that door. Because, I mean, I really thought we're so happy and we're so close, it can't get any better. But when you have someone that loves you and loves on you that way to nurture you and nurse you, it changes everything. So, yeah, it's a lot better.
Is it different for you now in your work? Do people look at you differently? Do they treat you different?
Well, yes, definitely. I never had a problem feeling that I never had a problem getting respect with my work and things. But now it is more interesting because, like I told Denny, I said, I kind of go to Lowe's and places like that a lot. And now I get a lot more help.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You know, can I help you? Or is there something you're looking for that I can help you with? And the problem is they're always real surprised when I'm real knowledgeable about all these plumbing fixtures and things. You know, they go, well, how'd you know that? But people do treat you differently. You're waited on differently in restaurants and stores. People respond to attractive. There is just no two ways about it. And I think that's just a human nature thing. I saw an article or a special on TV not long ago, and they said even the monkeys responded to photographs of attractive people.
Really?
And so it's human nature, I guess.
You say they respond to, you know, someone who's attractive. Do you think you were attractive before this?
Yes, I did. I knew that I was overweight. I knew that I was really tired, and I felt very tired. I had worked so hard for so long to try and build my business and still be a good wife and still be a good mom and still be a good grandmother. And, you know, my friends and my sisters and my mom and, you know, just everybody had just be understanding. And I realized that I had just given and pushed and shoved so much towards the other things that I had forgotten about me. It took too much energy to worry about me. But I didn't feel unattractive. I just knew I wasn't as good as I could be.
And so what about you now makes you feel more attractive?
Well, I think, you know, without even all the plastic surgery and the smile and everything, losing 30 plus pounds is a surefire way to get your life going. And it is not easy for anyone. And I struggle with it every day because I would love to have a cheeseburger. Now, I know you don't eat meat. Well, I can't have the bun. So thank heavens they've come up with the bunless burger. But, you know.
Well, maybe you can eat a veggie burger.
Oh, I eat those, but I can't have that bun, see. I do the low carb. But, you know, losing the weight makes such an initial change in you. It gives you momentum. You get excited. You feel better. And it's amazing how 5 pounds makes you feel better. So that was a huge thing. And then I lost 15 pounds and we did the lipo. As soon as I did the lipo, about over the next 8 weeks, I lost another 15. And, you know, every day is encouraging when you start yourself on this path, whether it's diet and exercise or whether you're going into something more intensive like this, whatever that path is, if you just keep going down it, the results are worth it.
First we went through the liposuction.
Yes, I did the lipo, and then like a week and a half later, I did the teeth.
Which was an interesting experience because you don't really know the process, and Dr. Garner talked us through the process of what happens.
My problem was not only from a cosmetic standpoint because I had several teeth missing congenitally, so there were spaces and it was all out of whack. So my bite was out of whack, my jaws would lock. I had problems that needed to be addressed, and I had tried braces and as an adult, and that really didn't do the trick for me. And so for me, it wasn't just a cosmetic thing because it is amazing how he has realigned my mouth where everything fits. It touches. So it's like magic, you know.
Yeah, and the process was easy. It was like a couple 1, 2, 3 step process.
It was. I went twice.
Yeah. You started losing the weight first before you started having any work done.
Yes.
Do you think the work then was necessary? Could you have not worked your way to feeling like you feel now, you know, physically without the surgery?
Without the lipo?
Without any of it, you know? Could there have been a time when you could have gotten to where you are spiritually and mentally without the exterior change?
I think it's just to different degrees and different, you know, like different wavelengths. But if I had lost 30, 40 pounds and exercised and really toned up and reshaped, I would have automatically looked a ton better, and I would have
felt immensely better, and it would have improved my spirits and my whole outlook on my life and on me. So there's no doubt about it. But taking the extra steps has just been worth every ounce of it.
I was there for the face.
Yeah.
Sandy.
I don't know how you watched.
I don't know if I would do that. It takes a lot to do that. You have to, and all I could think about was, what is it in you that would say, I will go through this to get to where you are now?
I never questioned it. I never doubted it. I never feared, because I felt in my heart and in my faith that that was what I was supposed to do. I thought I was brought together with you and with Dr. English and Dr. Garner and Roseanne. I felt there was a reason. I think that about everything. You know, I think there was a reason why we met.
You will go through all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And I want you to see the video.
Why?
Why don't you want to see the video? It was...
Oh, gruesome, I'm sure.
Okay, but then why wouldn't you want to look at it?
Well, I didn't want to look at myself for 5 days. I mean, why look at it? Just go look in the mirror now. I mean, why look at that?
But would it hurt you to look?
I don't know, probably.
Would you like to see?
Well, if it were an option, I would say no, but I have a feeling it's not an option.
It's not an option.
Okay.
Of course, I have my handy DVD here.
Okay.
DVD player. I just want you to see.
I really don't know how you stayed in there.
I don't know how I stayed in there either. And,
I really don't.
I can't
I'm
watch
proud of
now.
you. Oh, really?
It's hard for me to watch. When I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. It's really hard. So this is you. This is the facial, you know, surgery here. And of course, they're your doctors.
Yes. Oh,
this
my.
is the facelift part.
That's why you're not supposed to. That's why you're asleep. That's exactly why you're asleep. But you know, isn't it amazing? You know what I think is amazing? Oh my gosh, that's why I feel those little things every now and then.
So now you can relate.
I can relate.
See, look, they actually went in and cut all through here.
Yeah.
And in the front.
Yeah, and pulled this inside here, I think.
Yeah.
Because I got to feeling around and I couldn't figure out what that was. And then after about a week or so, it dawned on me, I used to have a tiny little beauty mole right there. But it was out here. No, it's in here.
Oh, it is?
It was pulled in there. But you know what is amazing about this? The first thing you think of, because somehow I can disassociate a little bit.
And that's amazing that you can disassociate from this.
I don't understand that either. But the mastery of their skill. How does he, he's going at this.
I know. I mean, he's actually inside of your face, pulling out the fat, inside of your neck area, pulling out the fat.
This is remind me that I don't want that hamburger bun.
You'll never eat another hamburger bun.
He should make
now.
Everybody look at this.
Yes, if you look at what was done, you will probably never go back.
Oh, I might be a vegetarian like you.
You're gonna start eating better and eating right. But it's the process was really hard to watch. So
I would imagine.
What could make you? I mean,
well, first of all, I have no clue what's going on in there, and I just know I'm going to be asleep and that God is with me.
And did you know that I actually did some of the cutting and the stitching?
Where? Which one? Which one? Let me tell you which one it was. So you're the one. This little.
That's why that mole was actually supposed to be off.
Okay, thank you. There you are.
There I am.
I notice you're staying as far away as possible.
You're right. I'm far away. I am far away from that. So what has been the biggest change for you throughout this entire process?
I don't know. There's just so many. I mean, it's affected so much of my life. It's affected everyone around me.
Man, do you remember her?
You do forget. It's like childbirth. You kind of forget that being
miserable. And when I saw that, I thought, oh my word, yeah, that was me. But, that's over.
That's over. This is the new you.
You invest in homes, you invest in cars, you invest in furniture, and deciding to invest in yourself is not a bad idea.
No, it's not.
It really isn't.
This house that we're in today, the Symphony House, tell me about how that came about and what your involvement is.
Well, this is the 18th year for the Arkansas Symphony Designer House, and it's a huge fundraiser.
So what was your theme and your idea for this room?
I wanted to go back to a vintage Hollywood. In fact, I named it Putting on the Ritz. And I could kind of see this as being the movie director's private screening room where he might invite you to come in and, show the dailies and talk about it. But what really inspired me is I have a very dear friend, Dan Gibson, and he is a huge movie buff, and all of these walls are original vintage movie posters that I had made into wallpaper and applied to the wall. These all came from Dan, and these fabulous autographed fan pictures are all to Dan.
Beautiful.
He just had tons of Hollywood memorabilia.
So tomorrow, really, it will be over. The big to-do will be over. What will your life go back to? What will you? What's going to be the next big thing?
My work. I've got so many big projects going that just being able to focus on those, this is like a project that I'm going to be able to mark off.
Yeah. Successful for you?
Successful.
Are you proud of yourself?
I'm very proud of myself. I really am.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did it. You just took life by the reins and said, let's go. And you're going.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Many of Sandy's friends and family came together for her reveal party. We'll take you there when we come back. It was a beautiful day as Sandy's friends and family came out to see Sandy, many for the first time. Master illusionist Maxwell Blade brought her out in style.
Oh, beautiful. Isn't she beautiful? And I really want to thank, from the bottom of my heart, everybody that came together to do this. When she said she wanted this done, she then went out and found the people right here in Arkansas. Two of the best doctors, not just for the state of Arkansas, but well-renowned doctors. Yeah. Dr. English and Dr. Garner. Come on up here.
The dream team. This is the dream team. There's a part of the process that we don't get to see, from standing on the outside. And that process was the process of a healing that she had to go through. And for that healing, we all need people around us that will cheer us on, that will make it easier, that will make it better. Denny has been there. He has, yeah. You definitely need to be up here sharing this stage with Sandy. There's only one.
I'd like to give my personal thanks to Tamara Bland of Sutton's Interior Spaces and Roseanne Boyd, the liaison for both Dr. Garner and Dr. English. Your logistical coordination made Sandy's makeover flawless. And a special thanks to everyone who made it possible. For more information on Sandy's makeover, go to DeborahInterviews.com. I'll see you there.